gonna tell you this. I'm not gonna double this up because that was my problem.
What?
I have this double.
Oh, I need to breathe through that.
My glasses fog
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's another thing. My glasses were fogging up until we started moving.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I stop, my glasses fog up.
We're in the wrong room. We should be in the senior room. That's right behind you.
Does it say,
No.
say senior?
No, it doesn't, but everybody back there is our age or older. We are in Henderson, Texas. I was going to say Henderson, Nevada, because we've been there so many times. But
And the old Dennys.
we're at a Dennys in Henderson, Texas. And windy.
Oh my God.
And the roads are wet from the dew.
Oh yeah. It was a bad ride till we got to here where the sun was.
Yeah, but we're going to cut the ride a little bit short. We're going up 259 back to the interstate and take the interstate back to the house. All right, I'm getting eggs and pancakes. See ya. My friend Ricky says I scorch my eggs. I like them browned. And here at Dennys, they will let you order your eggs scorched.
Brown.
All right, just to prove that we actually are not at our house, pretending we're riding around on our motorcycles. We're going from here to Longview, Longview to Marshall, Marshall back home. All right, we're home.
Good times.
Huh?
Good times.
Yeah, it was a good time. Almost 200 miles. And God, I will be glad when I get my cataracts fixed. My wife doesn't realize that I've been looking through clouds, gray clouds, and we took a couple of wrong turns. And here's the thing. You know you're in the bad part of a city when all you see is weave shops, pawn shops, car insurance for 30 days at a time. Those, what are them car loan, title loan, car title loan places.
Loans for cash.
Yeah, quick cash loan places, and
yeah, and then how I knew that we need a third brain to go along with us to read the road signs is when we're going to turn into a closed up gas station, and it had bars all over the windows.
Yeah,
and
we were getting low on gas.
I was like, oh my God.
We our tanks hold 4.4 gallons each. And when we fueled up, I took 3.87 when we finally found a gas station because we went to one, card readers were broke. And so I figured, well, there's one, just up the road in Ore City. And I was just about to pull in there, and I looked in there, and the pumps were gone, and it was boarded up. I'm thinking, oh, crap. We should have stopped north of Longview, but I didn't. And anyway, we still had a good ride, and had one lady pass, and a nutty lady. I almost ran into the back of Charlie.
Oh, and then she was going to get between me and you. There was not enough room between me and you.
And all this to turn into a store parking lot. She had to pass everybody to get in front of us to turn into a store parking lot.
I knew she was going to do it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
And when I seen how fast she was going, that was the first thought through my head was she's trying to get in front of everybody because she wants to jam her car over and slam her brakes on and turn into that store parking lot. And that's exactly what she did. I will not ever understand why people make the wrong... Why is slowing down always not the thing most people do when they get into a bind and they're in the wrong lane? Speeding up is most of the time the option that people choose, and it's always the wrong option.
Yeah, there wasn't nobody behind.
Nobody behind us. Could have slowed down, got behind us, and turned into that driveway without affecting anybody else. Anyway, no, we're expecting it. We've seen this all our life, and this is the kind of stuff we expect. So we kind of have an advantage over most people. Most people haven't put millions and millions and millions. Well, with one job, we put over 3 million miles on with that one job. We had one truck we put over 1 million miles on. We have a lot of experience about having a real good guess at what people are going to do. And we were right, both of us were right about what that lady's plans were. And we had already started slowing down. She was doing all the signs, the frantic signs. Anyway, good. It was a good ride. And we went through Longview accidentally. We came in Longview from the side of it that we don't usually come into it. And I have been years ago, I'm talking more than 30 years ago, I've been through Longview on 80. That's a piece of cake. And then they put a loop around Longview, to Loop 281, which was the way to go. And now, like all loops going around all cities, now the loop is just as busy as downtown because, you know, everybody moves from downtown and the crime and the violence, and they move out to the outskirts of town. And then eventually the crime and the violence and the bad drivers follow them. And so we went through town, my fault, and took a couple of wrong turns. And then we had to make a U-turn because somebody had taken the 259 North sign down. And it was a big 4-lane highway that we crossed. And I thought to myself, I'll bet you that's 259 North. And I looked down the road. When we crossed that road, I looked down the road, and sure enough, there was a sign saying 259 North. So we turned around in a funeral home parking lot, and went up 259 to Ore City. What is it? O-R-R or O-R-E?
O-R-E.
Ore City. And we went, took 155 all the way back to Highway 59, and Highway 59 down to Marshall. And then Marshall back to Waskom. Very long ride. Nice day. Beautiful, sunny day.
It's the last day. Last time for us to ride, you get your eyeballs done.
Yeah, I'm going to get my eyes done and get over it.
You really suck.
And I'm driving tomorrow, too, so you better tighten your seatbelt up.
I knew we were in trouble when the sign said 259 and then 259 business, and you took the business, and I thought,
and it was too late when I realized I was on 259 business.
And
it
I was like, oh hell no! And then
so we ended up going through downtown Kilgore,
and then you went downtown Longview.
Longview, yeah.
You missed the loop.
Well, the thing is, I'm never lost. I mean, I've driven through these cities for 40 years, you know?
That was 30 years ago.
Well, I still know directions.
Well, no, but...
You know, I may not be able to see but the end of my hood, but I know.
I'm just having traffic is quadrupled and businesses and lights. And, downtown Longview is not the same as it was 30 years ago. That was a scary... Especially the hill.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't that something?
I was praying, oh, dear God,
yeah,
please,
no red lights, no red
please.
lights.
Oh, I was going. I was going to split lanes or something. I was not going to park on that hill.
That was weird. And what they did that for was to go underneath the railroad crossing.
I know, but, that was like, what was that, like a 9-degree?
Yeah, it was, I was saying the same thing. I'm not usually scared, but I can imagine trying to start
I would have never
going uphill, that kind of a hill from a dead stop.
I would have never got going.
Yeah. Okay. So, Ore City, back to Marshall, back to Waskom. It was like 194 miles exactly that we did. And
then we get home and you said, oh, I could do an iron butt.
Oh, I could do an iron butt. Yeah. We're thinking about doing an iron butt this June. An iron butt. There's this association called the Iron Butt Association. And what it is 1,000 miles in 24 hours. And you have to, and 1,000 miles in 24 hours in the big truck, it's no problem. Hell, we've done 1,400 miles in 22 hours. Remember that?
Yeah, we used to do that all the time.
That was our terminal in Dallas to our terminal in Los Angeles. 22 hours at...
That was our record, though.
That was our record. And the dog suffered because that dog peed in Dallas and didn't get out of the truck till he got to L.A.
We fueled and...
Well, we did fuel, and he jumped out and peed. Anyway, it's not a big deal if you don't have to stop and fuel. You can do that all day long. We used to put 1,000 miles a day on every day. But 1,000 miles on a motorcycle means you have to stop about every 100, 120 miles and fuel up. I get 40 miles per gallon. She does too, roughly. You know, sometimes 41 or 42, sometimes 38. But that's side roads. When you're on the interstate doing 70, 75, 80 miles an hour, our fuel mileage drops down to like 33. So you have to stop far more often for fuel. And that would be 10 stops, and you lose 10 to 15 minutes each time you stop. You have to document. You have to get fuel receipts. I mean, it might even be longer than that. You know, if you don't get a fuel receipt at the gas pump, you have to go in and get a handwritten fuel receipt because you have to document every stop, every fuel purchase. You have to lay it near your odometer and take a picture of your odometer and the fuel ticket. So it's, you know, it could take longer than that. And so 24 hours gets whittled away really quick when you're having to spend that much time documenting your stops. And then when you leave and when you get back, you have to have someone at your start and finish that is willing to sign and attest and give a phone number to the fact that they saw, you know, they notated the time you left and they notated the time you came back. So it's, you know, it's not simple. 1,000 miles is easy to do, but 1,000 miles with all these stipulations and 10 field stops.
Well, that's going to be a problem because there's nothing open here. We would leave about midnight. Who would you get to?
Yeah.
Reputable. I was thinking the police department.
I wonder if we have a cop that works at night.
I don't know, but I was thinking police department, but heck, they're not there to 8 o'clock in the morning.
All right, you've listened 10 minutes of us rambling. Today, you'll see this Thursday morning, and I will be drinking coffee, getting ready to go get my eyeballs worked on. Actually, he's just going to measure my eyes, I guess, to see what kind of lens I need or something like that.
The roundness.
The roundness?
Yeah, the measure.
The thickness? They don't do the thickness?
To what size lens that goes on there.
All right. And they get it from a pig, right? I'm kidding. All righty. Have a good Thursday, y'all. We'll see you.